It's 2026. For the first time in human history, the question is no longer whether we can search the universe for life, but whether we are psychologically, morally, and spiritually prepared for what we might find. For decades, scientists have stared into the night sky, running the numbers again and again. Hundreds of billions of galaxies, trillions of planets, countless opportunities for life, and yet silence. This contradiction has a name, the Fermi Paradox. If intelligent life should be everywhere, why does the universe feel so quiet? But what if the silence was never about them? What if it was always about us? In 2026, humanity stands at a strange crossroads. Our technology is advancing faster than our wisdom. Our machines are becoming intelligent, while our societies remain deeply divided. We can detect exoplanet atmospheres, decode distant signals, and simulate entire universes. Yet we still struggle to understand one another here on Earth. So maybe the real question isn't, where is everyone? Maybe the question is far more unsettling. Are we the kind of civilization anyone would want to contact? Throughout history, first contact between unequal civilizations on Earth has almost always ended the same way, with exploitation, fear, and destruction. The technologically dominant culture doesn't arrive as a student. It arrives as a force, and somewhere deep in the collective memory of humanity, that truth still lives. Perhaps advanced civilizations understand this lesson too well. Perhaps silence isn't absence, it's restraint. In 2026, our listening tools are more sensitive than ever. Artificial intelligence now scans massive data sets from space, detecting patterns humans would miss. New telescopes peer deeper into the cosmos than at any other time in history. Signals once dismissed as noise are being re-examined with fresh eyes. But here's the uncomfortable reality. Detection is not the same as comprehension. Even if a signal arrived tomorrow, would we recognize it for what it is? Or would we force it into familiar frameworks? Math, language, logic, assuming intelligence must look like us. Human consciousness evolved for survival on a single planet, under a single sun. We perceive reality through a narrow biological filter. An advanced intelligence may not communicate with sound, symbols, or radio waves at all. It might express itself through dimensions we barely understand. Time, probability, or physics itself, which raises another disturbing possibility. What if contact has already happened, but not in a form we're capable of recognizing? What if the universe isn't silent, but speaking a language we're not mature enough to hear? In 2026, we also face another truth. Our planet is noisy. Satellites blanket Earth. Signals leak endlessly into space. Our digital footprint grows louder every year. We are no longer hidden. So if someone were watching, they would see us clearly. They would see a species capable of splitting atoms, but not resolving conflict. Capable of global communication, yet trapped in echo chambers. Capable of creating intelligence, while still driven by fear, tribalism, and power. Would you initiate contact with a civilization like that? Or would you wait? Some scientists argue that advanced civilizations don't vanish. They go quiet. They turn inward. They master energy, consciousness, and sustainability, rather than expansion and conquest. From that perspective, the Great Silence isn't a mystery. It's a warning, a filter. Not everyone makes it past adolescence, and humanity in 2026 may still be in its cosmic teenage years, powerful, emotional, reckless, and unsure of its identity. But there is another possibility, a more hopeful one. What if readiness for contact has nothing to do with technology, and everything to do with awareness? What if the moment of contact doesn't arrive through the sky, but through a shift in how we see ourselves? When we stop viewing the universe as something to conquer, when we stop assuming intelligence equals dominance, when we learn to coexist, not just with other species, but with ourselves, perhaps contact isn't an event. Perhaps it's a threshold, and in 2026, humanity may be standing just outside it. The real question then becomes, if the universe finally answers us, will we respond with curiosity or fear, with humility or control, with understanding or weapons? Because once contact happens, there is no rewind button. We will no longer be alone in our imagination. We will be part of a larger story, and that story will judge us not by our technology, but by our maturity. So maybe the silence isn't asking, "Can you hear us?" Maybe it's asking something far more difficult. Have you grown enough to listen?